Hello everyone. Today we are having a look at the D-Link DIR615 N300 wireless router. This is quite an affordable router made for home networks. This router can provide high-speed internet connections across multiple wireless devices like computers, game consoles, and media players. So let's just open it up and see what is inside the box. Once you open the box, you will first see the quick installation guide. Then you'll find the warranty information. And that's your router with foldable dual antennas. So if you can see, there are 5 ports. This is the WAN port, the 4 LAN ports, the reset button, and the power port. You'll also find the power adapter, which is used to power on your router, and the Ethernet cable, which you'll use to connect your router to your computer. So let's see how to connect your router to your computer. To begin with, you will have to insert the power cable into the power port and connect the adapter to a wall socket. Next, you have to take your internet service provider cable and insert it in the WAN port. Make sure it's in the correct direction. Next, you will have to use the Ethernet cable provided with the router in one of these LAN ports. And the other end of this cable goes into your laptop or desktop computer. Once you're connected, just check these LEDs. One of them is the power LED, the Wi-Fi LED, and the third one will glow when you're connected to the internet. So once you're connected to the router, you'll have to open your computer to do the rest of the setup. So you'll have to start by opening your web browser. So once you're in the browser, you have to type an IP address in the address bar. The IP address being 192.168.0.1. Press enter. You will be taken to the wizard page for the router where you can do all the settings. So this is the beginning page which you'll find. So you have to click on the start button. Then it will ask you whether your language is English and you say yes. After that, just click on continue. So this is where you will be asked to select a connection method, and this router can be set as a router as well as a repeater. Right now we are setting it up as a router, so we'll have to select wired connection and select the work mode as a router. And then click next. So on this page, you will be asked to select your connection type. So my connection type is PPPoE, so I'll select that. This is provided to you by your internet service provider along with your username and password. So I will enter my username and password provided to me by my service provider. You can enter the service name if provided by your internet service provider, or else you just keep it empty and then click on the next button. So this page will show you the settings for your 2.4 GHz connection. So just check whether the enable button is checked. And this is where you can set a name for your network. You can change the name or keep the existing name. For the purpose of this demonstration, I'll keep the same name. Below that, you'll find the password, which is again automatically set. You can check it out. So you can keep the same password, or if you want to keep a password of your own choice, you can do that. So again, as of now, I'm keeping the same password. Click next. You can skip this particular page and also this page. So just click next both times. And this is where you can set up your user interface password. This password you'll use when you're accessing the settings for your router. I'm currently setting it as admin123. Then click next. So this is the summary page where you have to just check your settings and click on apply. then you'll be taken to this page where it'll take a while for the settings to get applied. So sit back and relax. So once your configurations are applied, you have to connect to the Wi-Fi connection which you just created. Enter the password that you have just set and then click on join. So we are all set. The connection is configured and we are ready to access the internet. So let's click on finish. So you'll be taken to this page. Now just to make sure whether everything has set itself properly, you can go to 192.168.0.1 and just go and check your router's homepage. So make sure all your details are right, your connection type, the status is connected, so you're good to go. So just as a final test, let's try and open up a website. So I'll go to dlink.com and press enter. And there you go, the website is open, so your internet is up and running. So let's just quickly go ahead and see how we can configure this same router in a repeater mode. So just as earlier, you'll have to open your web browser and enter the IP address 192.168.0.1. Press enter. You'll be taken to this wizard page where again you have to click start and press yes for English and then press continue. Now this is where it differs. You have to select your connection method as Wi-Fi this time because we are setting it up as a repeater and not a router. So select Wi-Fi. And then the work mode you will have to select as repeater. Now just let me quickly explain to you what a repeater does. If you have one router in your house through which you are getting your internet connection from, and there are certain places in your house where you are not getting the signal very strongly, so you can set up another router as a repeater which will amplify the signal of your main router so that you can get connection in the places of your house where the connection signal is weak. Okay, so let's just quickly go ahead and do that. So you have to click the next button here. So on this page, essentially you will have to set a new IP address for your repeater. Okay, there is an option to automatically set the IP address. You can choose that if you want. But the advantage of setting a manual IP address is that if you want to go into the settings of your repeater at a later point of time, then that IP address will help you to access the settings. So we would advise you to set a manual IP address. How you can decide what IP address to set? It's very simple. You'll have to find the IP address of your main router. How you do that is if you're on a Windows computer, you go into the command prompt, type ipconfig, and then you'll be shown the IP address of the internet connection that you're connected to. If you're on a Mac computer, you have to go into your network preferences, go into the advanced settings, and under the TCP IP section, you'll find the IP address of the internet connection that you're connected to. If you're on a cell phone, select the connection that you're connected to and check out the details of the connection and you'll find the IP address. For me, my IP address of my main router is 192.168.43.1. So for this router, I'll set the IP address as 43.10 because it's in the same series. And then below that, in the gateway IP address section, I'll have to enter the IP address of my main router, which is 192.168.43.1. Once you're done with that, click next. Now you'll be taken to the Wi-Fi client page. This is where you have to select your main router to connect to for the repeater. So you go into the wireless network section. and you'll get a list of all the wireless connections that are available to you. So for me, my main router is named Redmi, so I'll select that. So once you select that, your network name and authentication will automatically be updated. Only thing that you will have to manually enter is the password. So that is the password of your main router or your main Wi-Fi connection. Once you're done, press next. So on this page, you will be shown the network name for your repeater network. You can keep it the same or set a name of your own choice, and also the password, you can change it or you can keep it the same. So I will change my network name to 615 a repeater. And I'll change my password to dlink1234. Make sure to remember both these username and password because you'll need to use that to connect to your network. So once you're done with that, press next. So this is where you can set up a password for your interface. This is the password which you will be asked for while logging in to the settings of your router. Okay, so once you're done with that, click next. So you'll be taken to the summary page where you have to click next. Okay. And now your settings are being applied. So congratulations, it says here that your configurations have been applied. So what we'll have to do now is in the Wi-Fi drop-down menu, find our new network that we have just made, which is named 615 repeater, and connect to that. So it will ask you for the password and you can enter the password which we have just set and click on join. And then the device will start rebooting. So you can just sit back and wait for it to complete. So once the reboot is complete, you will be taken to the login page for your router. So let's just quickly check whether we are connected to the correct network. Yes, we are. And then let's enter the username and the password that we had just set and press enter. Then you'll be taken to this page where you can go into the advanced settings section just to quickly check whether everything is up and running. So on the home page of your repeater, you'll find the status as being enabled. You can see your network name, which is 615 repeater. Just check once again whether you're connected to the correct network. And just to make sure whether everything is working right, we will go and open up the D-Link website. And yes, it is running perfectly fine. So this is how simple it is to set up your D-Link DIR 615 as a repeater. So happy browsing and have a nice day ahead.